Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm excited to be bringing you a cash stuffing video. That's right, I am going back to cash spending for some of my variable categories. I'm really excited about it. I think this is going to be just the shakeup I need to get my budget back on track. So if you're interested in seeing me stuff some cash envelopes today, just keep on watching. I'm all set up here and ready to figure out how much cash I need to pull out of the bank. I haven't used cash for my variable spending for quite some time now. This is something I did when I first started my budget journey. We did almost everything in cash, and it really helped us stick to our budget. You guys know my variable spending has been off the rails lately, so I decided to go back to cash for some of my categories. Not all of them, because it's just not super functional for me, for example, to pay for gas with cash. So that's still going to be something that I swipe my credit card for. It's just so much easier in terms of like paying at the pump and that sort of thing. Some of my grocery money I'm going to be doing in cash, but some of it I'm going to be doing with my credit card. Anything that I buy from Sam's Club, for example, is definitely going to go on a credit card. It's just easier that way. We talked in my budget video for May, which I will link in a card above if you missed it, about how we are going to have a line item for Sam's Club where we go and we stock up on grocery items for the whole month, like snacks and drinks and that sort of thing. That's all going to go on the credit card, but my kind of weekly fill-in hauls where I run to Walmart or Meijer, I'm going to be doing that shopping in person. I'm going to be using cash just to kind of see what happens. I'm pretty excited about it, so let me just go ahead and start filling in my little cash breakdown worksheet here. This is a worksheet that is available in my Etsy shop. It matches my May printables, really pretty florals, and I'm going to use this to help me figure out which categories I want to take cash out for and what denominations I want to pull from the bank. So yeah, let's just get started. I'm going to take a little sip of my protein coffee here. This is so good. This is a double espresso dolce Nespresso pod and a caramel Equate protein shake. It's what I've been having almost every morning. It's so good, and I didn't get a chance to have my coffee before I started filming, so we're just gonna have a little cup together. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to flip back to my monthly budget. This is the budget that we wrote out together in that previous video, and I'm just going to take a look at which categories I want to pull cash for. So I know that I want to take my grocery money in cash, but I don't want to take this full $600 because that just seems like a recipe for disaster. Like if I take $600 to the grocery store, I'm going to spend that full $600. I just know myself. So I'm going to take this $600 and kind of divide it out and take just $120, I think, for groceries for the week, just to get the fill-in items that I need to supplement whatever we end up getting at Sam's Club, which I think we're going to do a Sam's Club haul this weekend. So I'm going to take some of my grocery money. I think for eating out, I'm going to take some money, but again, not that full 150 because that's just, you know, asking for trouble. I'm not going to take household out of... Do I want to take household in cash? Oh, now I'm not sure. Hold off on household, because I think we're going to end up buying a lot of household items from Sam's Club, so I don't really need to get anything this week from Walmart, so probably not going to take anything for cash for household. Not doing gasoline in cash, I've already mentioned. My spending money I definitely want to do in cash, and that's spending money for myself, my husband, and my son, so we'll do all that in cash. We've always kind of done that in cash for the most part. And then miscellaneous I'm going to do in cash. So let's see. Grocery, spending, miscellaneous. I'm actually not going to do eating out, I don't think. So we're just going to kind of go with it for this week. It's a new experiment. Like I said, I haven't used cash regularly for variable expenses in a long time, so we're going to kind of start out slow. So I'm going to pull out cash for groceries for the week, our spending money for myself, my husband, and my son, and then miscellaneous. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and write those categories in here on my cash breakdown. And I'll zoom you guys in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. So we've got grocery. We'll do Eric's spending, my spending, and Austin's spending, and we'll do this just for the week. Like I said, if I give myself too much cash, I'll just spend it. I know that for sure. And then we'll do miscellaneous. So for groceries, as I mentioned, I'm going to do $120. I think that's what we decided together when I was writing out my monthly budget, that we were going to do like $120 a week at my local grocery store just to kind of fill in what we don't get from Sam's Club. For Eric's spending for the week, he's going to get $60. For my spending, I decided that I'm just going to do $20 a week. At least in May. I may change that moving forward, but for May, we're doing 60 for my husband, 20 for me each week, so that it's still that $80 between the two of us, just kind of distributed a little bit differently. For my son Austin, we're going to do $20. And then for miscellaneous, I've got a total of $100. And I think we're just going to do $20 per payday. There's 5 paydays in May. So that'll equal out to the $100 for the month. So we're going to do 20 for this as well. So it's going to be pretty much a lot of 20s, I think. So that'll make it really easy to get these envelopes stuffed. So let me really quickly get a total here. Use my calculator. So we have 120 plus 60 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 for a total of $240 that I need to pull out of the bank. So for groceries, I think I want to just do 20s. I think that having smaller denominations will be easier. That way if I go to multiple stores, I don't have to like break 100 or anything like that. So we're going to do 6 20s. For Eric, we're going to do 20s as well. So like I said, it's probably just going to be a whole bunch of 20s. So we'll do 3 20s for Eric, a 20 for myself, 20 for Austin, and then when it comes to miscellaneous, I'm actually going to do 2 10s because some of this miscellaneous money we're going to use for admission for track meets, and they prefer smaller denominations. So we're just going to do 2 10s and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20s. Okay, so of course my battery died, so if the angle changed or anything, that would be why. So yeah, we're going to do 2 10s, which is a total of $20. And then we're going to do 11 20s for a total of $220, which of course if you add together gives us that $240 we were looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and run to the bank. It's going to be super quick and easy. Honestly, I probably did not even need to use my little cash breakdown sheet since we're just doing 10s and 20s, but this is a really handy worksheet, especially if you have a lot of cash that you need to take out of the bank or you're working with multiple denominations. It just makes it super easy to break down what you need. So as I mentioned, I will have this cash breakdown sheet linked down below if you are interested in purchasing it from my Etsy shop. For now, I'm going to run to the bank and we'll get these cash envelopes stuffed. Okay friends, so I have been to the bank. I pulled out my cash. Got it all ready here to start stuffing my envelopes. My envelopes I made for myself using the patterns from May, and my friend Marlene from Snow Gardener 307 was so kind as to let me use her template for cash envelopes. So I was able to whip these up really quickly I didn't want to go through the trouble of laminating a bunch of envelopes to just end up like not enjoying being back to cash and waste that time and money and energy. So I sent Marlene a message asking her if she had a template that I could use, and she was so kind as to allow me to use her template. So you guys head on over to Marlene's channel if you have not checked her out yet. She is so close to 2,000 subscribers. I would love to help her reach that milestone. So if you are not subscribed to Marlene's channel, she does a lot of budgeting content as well, just like I do. So if you like my videos, you will definitely like hers. Head on over to her channel, subscribe, check out her videos, and tell her that I sent you. Let's get her to 2,000 subscribers. She really deserves it. So for now though, I have my 3 envelopes. This is going to be for groceries, my spending, and miscellaneous. Obviously, I'm not going to put my husband's cash or Austin's cash into my wallet because that doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. So I'm just going to do these 3 envelopes, and I'm going to label them really quickly, just kind of handwritten. The great thing about this style envelope is that you can just write on it, use it, and then recycle it when you're done. Marlene has a ton of cash envelopes, I believe, in her Etsy shop, so check out her Etsy shop as well. You won't be able to get these exact patterns. Like I said, I just made these for personal use, but she's got a lot of really great ones. So I'm going to label these really quickly, just kind of by hand. We'll write groceries. We'll write my name for my spending, and then we'll write miscellaneous. Not the neatest job, but it will do. And so we'll just go ahead and stuff these envelopes, and then I'll get them back into my wallet. So I'm going to grab my cash tray quickly. This should go really quickly, by the way. Just a little short video for you guys today. So I should have $240 here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Oops. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 230, 240. So I'm just going to kind of separate this by denomination. My 10s, my 20s, and let's go ahead and stuff cash envelopes here. So I have my grocery envelope, and that's going to get $120. So we're just going to do the 6 20s for that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. And this should be everything I need just to get our basic weekly produce, any dairy, that sort of thing, anything that we need. So that is my grocery envelope stuffed, and I'll get these put back in my wallet kind of at the end. Go ahead and highlight this so that I know that I stuffed grocery. Next up then is my husband's spending. He's getting $60. This new amount seems to be working better for him. We recently raised him from $40 a week to $60 a week just because with prices of everything going up, he was struggling to meet his $40 a week budget. There are some areas in our budget where I would prefer to lower our spending rather than raise our budget, but when it comes to my husband spending money, he works so hard, he deserves a little bit extra. So I've got $60 for him, and this, as I mentioned, I don't have an envelope for. I'm just gonna stick it off to the side for him. Okay, so that takes care of my husband. Next up then is my spending money, and in order to raise my husband's budget, I actually lowered my spending money budget. We're gonna try this out for the month of May and see if I can stick to just $20 a week. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I spend most of my time at home anyway. If I'm spending my cash, it's either on like Amazon shopping stuff, or like going out to grab a cup of coffee, or just to pick up something while I'm out and about running errands. So I don't really want or need a whole heck of a lot, so $20 should suffice. So I'm just gonna stick this back here in my envelope, so that takes care of my spending. Alright, next up then is my son Austin. He gets $20 a week in allowance, so I'm going to just set this off to the side with my husband's cash, and I will pay him when he gets home from school. And then lastly, like I said, this is going to go super, super quick, I have miscellaneous. So miscellaneous money is just for anything else that comes up throughout the week that's not covered in our typical weekly budget. We'll use this money, like I said, for admission to track meets and that sort of thing. So I've got $20 here, and we'll just get that stuffed as well. There we have it. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight this. That takes care of all of the cash. Super quick and easy, but I'm really excited to get back to doing my variable spending in cash. I think is really going to help me stick to my budget. So I have my cash wallet here. It's a conscious wallet. I've had this for a really long time. I don't even think these are available anymore on Amazon. So I'm thinking if I decide to stick with cash envelopes, I might be in the market for a new cash wallet. So maybe we'll add that with some of my spending money in the future, but for now this will work just fine. The rings are just a little bit bent up. The little things don't close the little rings anymore, but it still works just fine, and I'm able to have all of the cash that I need for the week on hand. So that is going to do it for this video. Really excited, like I said, to be getting back to cash spending. So yeah. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. If you want to check out more budget videos, I have them right here on the screen. So go ahead and check those out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.